The NHL's next dynasty. That was the label many put on the New Jersey Devils just 2 seasons ago. A young, explosive core led by Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, and Dougie Hamilton powered the Devils to a 52-win, 112-point season before a 7-game takedown of the New York Rangers, a team coming off an Eastern Conference Finals appearance in the prior season. The Devils had win-now stars and one of the NHL's best prospect pools with numerous high-end prospects. This playoff series win was supposed to be the start of a decade-long cup contention window in New Jersey. Instead, that lone series win is the climax of the Jack Hughes era in New Jersey 7 seasons in. For a team penciled in as a legitimate cup contender by many coming into the past few seasons, the Devils' fall from grace has been extraordinary to watch. A 31-point drop-off in 2024, a 5-game demolition in the first round last season, and now closer to the basement of the East to a playoff spot. And the root of it all lies in New Jersey's rushed push to contention that backfired. High-end prospects who failed to develop and core pieces which continue to underperform. To understand how the New Jersey Devils rebuild crumbled, let's rewind to the start. It's 2019 and the Devils have just won the draft lottery for the second time in 3 years, snagging a franchise-altering superstar selecting Jack Hughes first overall. This pick bolsters an already promising young core featuring Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Pavel Zacha, and Michael McLeod. Sure, the team was struggling on the ice, but the rebuild was gaining momentum year by year with a clear path toward contention. In the following 3 drafts, New Jersey continued stacking talent. They selected Alexander Holt 7th overall, a sniper projected as a top-line 40-goal scorer. 11 picks later, the Devils selected Dawson Mercer, a versatile 2-way middle 6 center. Then, New Jersey added 2 formidable franchise defensemen, a projected 2-way franchise right-handed defenseman in Simon Nemec selected 2nd overall in 2022, and a highly elite mobile offensive defenseman at 4th overall in 2021, selecting Luke Hughes, setting the stage for New Jersey to become the primary destination for arguably the NHL's top defenseman in Quinn Hughes in the near future. But here's where the plot twists. After just 3 seasons of patient rebuilding, GM Tom Fitzgerald pivoted from caution to full-throttle aggression. The shift began in the summer of 2021 with a blockbuster signing. 28-year-old star offensive defenseman Dougie Hamilton was signed to a 7-year, $63 million deal. This move stamped Fitzgerald's vision on the roster, signaling a push for immediate success. In 2022, they added 31-year-old Andre Palat, a proven cup-winning middle 6 forward, to a 5-year, $30 million contract, another piece aimed at winning now. Then, during their standout season in 2023, New Jersey traded a haul to San Jose at the trade deadline to acquire Timo Meier, a feisty top-tier power forward playing at a near point-per-game pace on a horrible Sharks roster, who was then signed to an 8-year, $70.4 million contract. The payoffs of these big swings was immediate and electric. The Devils exploded to a 55-win, 112-point season in 2023. Jack Hughes erupted for 99 points, cementing his stardom as a dynamic center. Dougie Hamilton notched 74 points on the blue line. Andre Palat scored 11 points in 12 playoff games, helping upset the Rangers in a thrilling 7-game series before falling in the second round to the Carolina Hurricanes. At this point, the New Jersey Devils were stacked, not just in the now but in the future as well. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and Jesper Bratt gave New Jersey a formidable big 3 with the perfect mix of high-end skill and 2-way pedigree. Timo Meier added a physically dominant, lethal net front presence. Dougie Hamilton was a top 10 offensive defenseman in the NHL, and the future was exceptionally bright. With Mercer, Holtz, Gritsayuk, Hughes, Nemec, and Casey all in the pipeline, the Devils' blend of NHL-ready youth and emerging talent gave them enviable youth and flexibility, enough to fill remaining voids in the roster sustainably through homegrown talent without more desperate veteran splashes. This is where everything went wrong, as over the next few seasons, the veteran additions with big money deals and long-term contracts wouldn't stop. The Devils signed Brett Pesce, Brendan Dillon, Stefan Nason, Connor Brown, and Jake Allen despite their aging statuses, before then dealing Kevin Ball and a a first-round pick for 33-year-old Jacob Markstrom, sending out homegrown Mackenzie Blackwood in the process. Now, New Jersey's allocating $43 million in cap space to this group of 8 veterans this season, paying 9 total assets including Luke Medulin, Sharon Govich, Setterlund, Ball, and 2 first-round picks for both Meyer and Markstrom. These 8 veterans have an average age of 33, all while providing marginal positive value, ultimately directly causing the Devils' downfall. To understand how, let's take a deeper look into the Devils' biggest flaws this season. After starting the year with a 13-4-1 record, the Devils have fallen into mediocrity, nearing the basement of the Eastern Conference. This season, the New Jersey Devils sit 32nd in the NHL in shooting percentage, 30th in goals per game with 2.56, and have the 15th ranked power play in the NHL. A major factor in this has been injury trouble to Jack Hughes, but ultimately the biggest flaw has been a mismatch between high-end star talents and the Devils supporting cast. Elite talent up top simply can't overcome a weak supporting cast that's bleeding chances and goals against. Analytically, 42% of the Devils forwards, predominantly bottom 6 staples, have been sub-replacement level, getting caved in on a nightly basis despite elite metrics from the Devils' top 6. Even just looking at counting stats, the Devils' depth has been horrific, and small adjustments such as Haminaho over Glendening has been an instrumental difference. Then comes the Devils' 5-on-5 issues. The biggest reason for this is that despite the fact New Jersey generates the 13th most shot attempts in the NHL, these opportunities are predominantly low-quality chances. The best example of this was New Jersey losing 9-0 to the Islanders despite outshooting them 44-24. Another major reason for their lack of high-danger opportunities is underperforming production from top players. Timo Meier has immensely struggled in his time with the Devils, while both Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier are on pace to score under 60 points this season. In between the pipes, Jacob Markstrom has been absolutely abysmal. The Devils' onslaught of giving up high-danger chances against has heavily amplified his horrific play. Luke Hughes is statistically a bottom 5 defender in the NHL, nearly scoring a hat-trick of own goals in a game against the Hurricanes. Jonas Siegenthaler is having a disastrous defensive season, and injuries to Jonathan Kovacevic and Brett Pesce have decimated the Devils' defensive core. Added to this, Dougie Hamilton has turned into a complete liability, with just 13 points in 42 games as the 13th highest paid defenseman in the NHL. Plays so bad, gotten healthy scratch, although he has improved. With all this said, the destructive factor of this entire rebuild is now clear. It was Tom Fitzgerald's lack of vision. Signing win-now pieces in the back half of their careers to a core centered around young talent years away from truly becoming superstars created a directionless, dysfunctional mess. The Devils' big-time acquisitions, who were supposed to be the final pieces to the puzzle, have regressed to the point where their contracts have become anchors, hamstringing the franchise into mediocrity and keeping them from legitimate cup contention due to their limited impact and high salary cap. The youth movement in New Jersey has turned into a team filled with veteran talents, leaving the Devils with little to no flexibility or trade assets of value to deal, and the repercussions of this saw New Jersey losing out on a franchise-altering piece in Quinn Hughes, who single-handedly would have solved every one of the Devils' problems and likely won them a championship. New Jersey was Hughes' preferred destination. Even Vancouver admitted this. The Devils had every bit of leverage in this situation with his 2 brothers on the team. Yet the most ironic part of it all, the Devils passed on Zeev Buyam to select Anton Siliev 10th overall and Marco Rossi to select Alexander Holtz at 7th overall, the 2 main pieces in the Hughes blockbuster. Add this to dealing 9 assets for Meier and Markstrom, and New Jersey lost out on a franchise piece in Quinn Hughes. Reckless, badly timed acquisitions and horrible development of young players leaves New Jersey 9 points out of a wildcard position with less than 30 games left in the season. At this point, it was expected New Jersey was a wagon in legitimate cup contention, not a middling lottery team. Even still, New Jersey has the elite foundation in place, with a new visionary, a more structured system, a top 5 selection in this draft used to draft or acquire a top-end forward, and young players such as Gritsayu, Kaminaho, Siliev, and Casey taking the next steps in their development. The Devils could be back in the playoffs as soon as next season. But what do you think? Can New Jersey still win a cup in the Jack Hughes era? Comment down below your thoughts, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and watch the videos linked below.